Trump is destroying the world. Now that I've got your attention, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's pretty important to me, and that's climate change and how the Trump administration is doing basically everything in their power to remove restrictions on greenhouse gases and basically accelerating the process of climate change. This is Lee Zeldin. Lee Zeldin is a Trump loyalist who is the current head of the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency. Lee Zeldin has no formal education in climate science, none. In fact, the only formal education he has is in political science and law. In the past, Lee Zeldin has cast doubt on the scientific consensus on what the causes and effects of climate change are. And it's sad to say, but unfortunately his policy also reflects this belief as well. I wanted to bring up a specific policy, and that's the endangerment finding. So the endangerment finding is essentially a study done by the EPA back in 2009 that found that 6 gases, which are CO2, methane, sulfur hexafluoride, nitrogen dioxide, HFCs, and then PFCs, were a threat to public health. The study was also the legal basis for a lot of policies put in place by the EPA that regulated greenhouse gas emissions, protecting U.S. citizens, essentially. Well, bad news, Lee Zeldin, the head of the EPA, revoked the endangerment finding. So a lot of the legal basis for those regulations is now gone. Unfortunately, that is not all the Trump administration has done to limit regulations. And in fact, I have a list that I'm going to read off of right now. He has extended the lifetime of 5 different coal plants, set to retire by over 5 years. He limited offshore wind farms, taken away grants given to nuclear energy, has removed language citing humans as the reason for climate change from the EPA's official website. He's withdrawn from the Paris Climate Agreement. I'm not telling you this to fearmonger. I'm telling you this because it has a direct effect on your life. Every year, 8 million people, more than 8 million people, die from air pollutants, such as the ones found in the endangerment finding. Largely because the countries that the people die in don't have a lot of regulations regarding greenhouse gases. Trump and the head of the EPA are doing all of this because the Republican Party has a toxic culture of anti-intellectualism and science denialism. There is only one party in America that denies evolution, denies climate change, and thinks that vaccines give you autism, and that is the Republican or Conservative Party. I am begging you guys, get out. If you have liberal or democratic beliefs, get out and vote during the midterms, because there's only one way that this is going to change, and that is by holding the Republican Party accountable. Thank you all for listening. If you made it this far in the video, that is going to be all for today. I do have one more thing to say though, and that's that I am going to try to be uploading more content consistently. I know I really haven't been consistent with the content uploading. I've just been busy with school and work and stuff. But I am going to try to shoot for 2 to 3 videos a week, or at least like one long form content video like this one. Yeah, that's really all I have, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.